In this example, we're going to embroider on a blanket. You will follow a similar procedure with other types of garments using appropriate hoops. Before you can begin sewing, you will need to hoop the garment. To hoop a blanket, clip the backing in place and then put the blanket on the hooping station. Push the inner ring into place. Each tubular frame has a notch that will help you orient the garment in the frame. Remember that the notch on the frame bracket will be at the top right of the embroidery. In this case, it is in the lower left corner. The garment should be taut but not stretched in the hoop. Turn the power on. Note which needle is currently in the sewing position, in other words, located over the needle plate hole. Place the garment on the machine. Using the frame movement keys, position the garment so the start of the design is located under the needle in the current sewing position. To write a design to memory from a floppy disk, you first insert the disk into the floppy disk drive. Press the Data key, then use the right arrow key to select FD, and then press Set. At this point, the design stored on the floppy disk will be available for use. Using the up and down arrow keys, find your design and press Set. Remember to record the location where the design will be stored so it can be accessed later. Use the Trace function to check that your design will fit within the hoop and that you will not hit the frame as you sew. Using the 4 frame position arrow keys, move the frame to the start point of the design. Press the Trace key. The frame will move along the embroidery space of the design you have selected. If the design appears to be appropriately placed within the hoop, press Start to begin sewing. If the design does not appear to fit within the hoop, reposition the frame and press the Trace key again to check for proper placement before sewing. Remember to note which needle you are on to use as a reference point for tracing. After following the instructions for loading your design, press Start to begin sewing. The machine can be stopped at any point by pressing the Stop button. Resume sewing by pressing the Start button. If a thread break occurs, the machine will stop automatically. Rethread the needle, press Stop to clear the error, and press Start to resume sewing. If other errors cause the machine to stop, note the error message and consult your operator's manual for instructions on how to resolve the error. Press Stop to clear the error message, then press Start to resume sewing.